is doing well. I wanted to make this video today talking about Turbo token, 002425 at the time of this video. Last month for Turbo obviously has been tough, more so like the last 3 months, really since the new year. I would say if we look at the last year, it was again not that long ago when Turbo was at its all-time high, back in December of 24. Again, literally 4 months ago, less than 4 months ago. Was at a penny, and at this time I think again just the sentiment overall at this time was extremely bullish, right? Like the peaks and valleys, right? Like peak valley was just, it seemed just nonstop, right? Turbo was continuing to climb. The market sentiment as a whole was extremely bullish, right? As we did head into the new year, everyone was really gearing up for the bull run. And again, even if you look here, was not that long ago, 0.013. At that time, I think it was a little under 900 million market cap, $879 million market cap for Turbo. Now, what's key for me here is the holder count has really not stopped growing, or at least stayed decently high. I mean, even just in the last, I don't know, last 2 weeks, it's gained again with no significant price action and no real news to create a ton of new holders. It's gained around 200 holders or so, which to me is good. Again, at this time when Turbo did hit its all-time high, it was not even at 50,000 holders. Now we are here at north of 54,000 holders, which again continues to just be bullish in my opinion. And then we do take a look here though. If we look at the last year, I've mentioned this in previous videos, but you look at the last year here for Turbo token, and again, this is important because Turbo, to me, my most bullish meme coin position this cycle. I hold let me think. I hold two other meme coins. I hold Turbo Toshi and I hold Degen. Those are the three meme coins that I currently hold. And if you look at Turbo here and you compare it to Ethereum, right? You look at Turbo over the last year and you compare it to Ethereum over the last year. It's very similar. Obviously, a lot less. Like, it's very different, obviously, because Turbo ran up so much more, essentially in percentage wise, and multipliers than Ethereum did over the last year. But it is very similar in price action, all right? If you go back and forth between these two, even if you look at the last month, right? You look at Ethereum and you look at Turbo here, right? These are similar, back and forth, very similar. Ethereum is going to bounce back. Now we take a look here at the all-time chart for Ethereum. Back in the last bull run that we saw, Ethereum's all-time high, $4,700, right? And market cap wise, I believe it's like 559 billion market cap. Back here, not that long ago, in December, where we saw Turbo hit its all-time high, very close to the same time. Ethereum at a 482 billion market cap. We look at that price here, $4,000. If Ethereum now, given where we are kind of in the market, if Ethereum can get back to the $4,000 range, Turbo is gonna fly past its all-time high, in my opinion. Like, it being 1 cent, right? If you think about, this is like Turbo during this period here, somewhere in here, I believe, got the Coinbase listing. Right, it got a partnership with Near Protocol, which, if you know about Near Protocol, I don't know if you guys, I mean, probably everyone watching this video, I'm not even going to look it up, probably everyone watching this video is familiar with Near Protocol. But again, partnerships and major catalysts happened during this kind of run up, and it didn't even cause crazy price action. And I do still believe a Robinhood listing is coming, that being the next big catalyst for Turbo. But it's as simple as if Ethereum runs back up to north of 4,000, and even if we can see Ethereum just really break out, which is what everyone is hoping and expecting and wanting, I think, for a full-on bull altcoin season. Ethereum clearing its all-time high, which is, again, if Ethereum can somehow clear 5,000, US dollars, I mean, the sky is absolutely the limit, I think, for Turbo, right? We talk about Turbo and we compare it to Pepe's market cap, right? Just at a simple 3.2 billion market cap, which again, last December, Turbo was at almost $1 billion market cap. So this is definitely not at the realm of possibilities. We're talking about 4 cents, 20x from the time of this video. Pepe's all-time high which is 11 billion, which is a 66x 16 cents from the time of this video. If you take a look, I mentioned this again in other videos, but if I just really break it down and you kind of look at Pepe and you look at how quickly Pepe was able to run up, right? Let's just look at Pepe's all-time chart for Pepe. And again, December of 2024, Ethereum, Pepe sits on Ethereum. Ethereum hits $4,000 and Pepe's at, what is Pepe at that time? 11 billion market cap, like 10.6 billion market cap. But if you go back and look at even last year, all right, let's just say, for example, where we are for Turbo. Turbo right now sitting at 167 million market cap, right? Pepe last year, it's a little behind, obviously, because, we're talking about March, let's say about a year ago today, Pepe was already at a 3 billion market cap. But nonetheless, I mean, Pepe still went from, sitting here, no under 500 million market cap, and it ran up to, this is in, November, it ran up to a 7 billion market cap from literally like January to May, right? We're in almost April. A lot of people expecting the markets to bounce back, quarter 3, quarter 4 of this year. I mean, Turbo could easily hit north of 7 billion market cap, and then we know where Turbo's price would be at those levels. I mean, we're talking about north of 10 cents. I think, like, even if, let me see what the market cap would be at Polkadot. Yeah, like 7 billion market cap puts Turbo right around 10 cents, is a 43x from these levels, right? Just have fun with it. I mean, 81 cents would be crazy, but nonetheless, Turbo, where it is right now, it's going to bounce back. It's kind of already climbing. If you take a look at the last, if you take a look, let me just dive a little deeper into this real quick. Again, please drop a like on this video, by the way, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Obviously, if you go to my channel, I drop content similar to this all the time. But if you do take a look here at the last month for Turbo, it's down 32%. But if you take a look at from really March 10th, it's kind of been on a slow increase, honestly. And then even here, Turbo jumped up off really no news at all to 0026. Now, if we can break that 0003 level, I think the bottom, I guess what I'm trying to say is I think the bottom is in for Turbo token. I think the bottom is in. I think, we talk about the last year for Turbo. It's sitting right now where it is obviously much lower than it was. But even if you go back to May of 2024, it's still lower than those prices. And again, Turbo jumped up, from, right here, April 30th was at 0005. It jumped up to 009, which is, quite higher than it is right now. So again, Turbo's time is coming. Still very, very bullish. Please drop a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button. And as always, have a great day.